facts po yung pinapresent, Madam Chair.
Yeah, Madam Chair, you can make a point of order if the figure is being presented is not correct. Because this is a budget briefing. Hindi po pwede na meron tayong drama na pinapalabas natin na lahat ng programa ng kalusugan ay tinapyasan and making the administration look back where in fact it is not true. We have to compare net versus net. So with that, Madam Chair, I move that the interpellation of the Honorable Manuel be stricken off the records. So move, Madam Chair.
Let's settle the issue. Bakit nyo pinapayagan yung point of order?
We will be clarifying the
please
rules.
let me finish, Madam Chair. Because our rules state specifically kung ano yung point of order and when it is going to be raised.
Naku po, loob ng Kongreso nagkagulo. Akop, sumabog sa galit. Janet Garen, halos magwala sa sinabi ni Raul Manuel. Pero bago ang lahat, maaari kayong mag-subscribe para maging updated sa mga issue at bagong mga balita. Galit na galit nga itong si Janet Garen sa mga binanat ni Raul Manuel patungkol sa budget ng DOH. Raul Manuel, halos sumiwalay ang kaluluwa nang di nakapagpigil si Garen at nilapitan ito. Congressman Akop, sumama ang loob dahil sa inasal ng dalawang mambabatas na di umano karapat-dapat sa kani-kanilang posisyon dahil nga sa napaka-unprofessional ng mga ito. Narito ang buong detalye.
Chair, to confirm lang, may budget po ba for this sa 2024 so far?
We'll also look, Your Honor, Madam Chair, hanapan naman ng budget.
Okay, kasi so far, ibig sabihin, wala, Madam Chair.
Sa mental health program, pwede kung yan ay batas, then we can get it from the overall 600 million that we put in the mental health program.
No, Madam Chair, ito ay para sa mga human rights victims. So, ibig sabihin, it's a range of health services na dapat nating ma-provide sa kanila.
Yes, Madam Chair, Your Honor, pwede rin natin kunin yan sa medical assistance for indigent program. Basta specific yung kanilang request. If they are victims of martial law, then we can, and they have prescriptions or we can actually address that from existing programs, especially if there is a law that is already enabling it.
Yeah, Madam Chair, we will further coordinate with DOH on this matter and hopefully po yung guidelines at as soon as time possible ay magawa. Madam Chair, ito naman cuts on various programs of DOH. Can DOH confirm? May aside po sa overall na 10 billion cut, may cut po sa National Nutrition Council.
Yes, yes, Your Honor, Madam Chair, there is a cut.
Meron. Sa National AIDS Council, may cut din po.
Pinak, yes, yes, Your Honor.
Health Policy and Standards Development Program.
Yun, hindi ko alam. I will verify. There is also a cut, Your Honor.
Health System Strengthening Program.
Please wind up with the questions.
Yes, Madam Chair.
I will have to check whether the health systems have a cut or not.
Yeah, kasi based po sa research po natin ay meron po. Pati sa prevention and control of both communicable and non-communicable diseases.
Yun, meron yun. Yes, yes, there
May
is.
cut din. Cancer Control Program.
Yes, meron din. No,
May cut din. Epidemiology and Surveillance Program.
Yes, Your Honor, meron
din. National Reference Laboratories.
Meron? Yes, meron din, Your Honor.
Di ba, Madam Chair? So, yun na lang for me to wind up, Madam Chair. Nakakalungkot po, no? Overall, may cut. Sa maraming mga kailangang programa, may cut. So, Madam Chair, ganito po ba sa bagong Pilipinas na yung health po natin and social services, yun yung kinakaltasan. Kaya, Madam Chair, I also echo the sentiment of other colleagues natin na hindi dapat ganito sa DOH. Dapat po ma-restore yung cut at kung kaya, taasan pa po. Yun lang, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Move to interject, Madam Chair.
Honorable Garin.
Madam Chair, pasensya na po, no? With due respect to Congressman Raul, Manuel, Madam Chair, tila hindi po ako sumasang-ayon.
Madam Chair, just a point of order.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to interject? Because I thought there is a policy in this committee that
Madam
there
Chair,
will be no
yeah, Madam Chair, but my point
because,
no, Madam Chair,
let us
if I may.
speak first, please. Let me finish first. That was the policy of this committee that was approved during the first meeting of the committee. And, well, in fact, during the previous hearings, nandito ako. I am asking also to interject, but I am not allowed to interject as part of the minority. Now, why are we now allowed to interject, Madam Chair?
1 minute suspension.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Ano bang, may interjection ba sila?
Senator. Yun nga. Kaya nga.
Hearing resume.
Point of order, Madam Chair. Yeah. I really don't want to make a point of order, but I would find it unfair on the part of the administration being wrongly accused na maraming mga programa sa kalusugan ang tinapyasan. Mr. Chair, the figures is not correct.
Madam Chair, point of order.
Madam Chair, I'm
Madam
having
Chair,
a
yung
point of
binabanggit
order.
po, hindi po siya isang point of order.
Yeah.
Order is about yung proceedings natin, yung paano natin
No, Madam
pinapadalo.
Chair. Hindi po totoo
That is
yan.
an interjection kasi facts po yung pinapresent, Madam Chair.
Yeah, Madam Chair, you can make a point of order if the figures being presented is not correct. Because this is a budget briefing. Hindi po pwede na meron tayong drama na pinapalabas natin na lahat ng programa ng kalusugan ay tinapyasan and making the administration look back where in fact it is not true. We have to compare
Madam
net
Chair,
versus net.
Madam
So
Chair,
with that,
point
Madam
of
Chair,
order.
I move that the interpellation of the Honorable Manuel be stricken off the records. So
Madam
move, Madam
Chair.
Chair.
1 minute suspension.
Madam Chair,
Ayun, sinuspend.
have we resumed hearing? Muna?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Madam Chair, nag-resume na ba tayo, Madam Chair? Hindi pa po. Kinompare naman yung ngayon tsaka yung proposal, di ba?
Hindi kasi hindi nila kinumpare apples to apples. Kaya mukhang binawasan.
Merong tinapyas.
No. Gusto ko lang
Let
mag-object.
me just clarify everything. Let me just clarify. According to the rules from the appropriations, it is correct that we cannot interject. So,
I had a point of order, Madam Chair.
let me just clarify that. Okay?
So no, Madam Chair, so no interjection
No
is allowed.
interjections.
Just a point of order.
Yeah. So I had a point of order, Madam Chair, and a pending motion.
Yes, Madam Chair, since my interpellation was referred to, then I would like to express that I object to the striking out of my interpellation since for several agencies po, that's how we as young people compare yung ating mga plano sa pagbabudget. Anong meron tayo ngayon at ano yung plano from Malacanang na budget. Kasi yun yung magiging baseline natin, Madam Chair, how we will assert for higher budget for services.
Madam Chair, may I explain my objection, my point of order? I raise it as a point of order kasi tila pinapalabas na tinapyasan lahat ng programa ng kalusugan, and that's very unfair to an administration who has been investing on health. Kung magdadagdag tayo ng pondo, dagdagan. That's why my point of order is that there was a misrepresentation of the facts given because comparison is net versus net. Kaya yung mga sagot kanina na tinapyasan lahat ng programa ng kalusugan, that is not factual. I therefore move earlier, Madam Speaker, that those statements be stricken off the record. Because that will make the administration look bad. And that will make us look bad na parang lahat ng programa sa kalusugan ay tinapyasan natin. That's unfair to the people who have been working for the budget of the Department of Health. So I had a motion, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
I object, Madam Chair, to that motion.
May I have the floor, Madam Chair? 1 minute suspension.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Sorry. we
May I
need
ask
to...
for clarification?
Yes, Honorable Plato.
Kasi kanina pa akong umaga rito Madam Chair. Kung ganito ang mangyayari, abutin na naman ako ng alas 11 mamayang gabi. Just like the DOTR. Now, let's settle the issue. Bakit nyo pinapayagan yung point of order?
We will be clarifying the
please
rules.
let me finish, Madam Chair. Because our rules state specifically kung ano yung point of order and when it is going to be raised. Di ba? Kasi ina-allow nyo But if I read section 103 of our House Rules, and I would like to quote, a point of order is a privileged question that raises a violation of the rules in relation to the matter under discussion on the floor. A motion to read any part of the rules is equivalent to a point of order and takes precedence over any other motion other than a motion to adjourn. Yun po ang rules natin. Dapat yun ang sundin natin.
Thank you for clarifying the rules. Actually, that is what we are going to clarify. The point of order will, as mentioned, only be on the ruling and violation of the rules. Parliamentary. So, and with that, and because there is a pending motion, Honorable Garin, will you?
Thank you, Madam Chair. After conferring with our good colleague, I actually withdraw my point of order with the assurance of the Chair that the data that were mentioned will be corrected. So the wrong data that will be mentioned will have to be stricken off the records.
Madam Chair, question of privilege. May I be allowed to speak?
Honorable Raul Manuel.
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I don't see the point na may mga ipapatanggal po tayong facts and data kasi Madam Chair, wala pa kong isa-cite na data kung hindi ito yung proposal na nasa National Expenditure Program. Second, Madam Chair, it has been also a part of our scrutiny of the national budget na kinukumpara din talaga natin yung actual budget ngayon tsaka yung pinopropose po sa National Expenditure Program. There are many ways to compare naman talaga, GAA to GAA, NEP to NEP, pero hindi po nawawala din, Madam Chair, yung GAA to NEP. Kasi, Madam Chair, doon natin makikita na kung ano yung pagkakaalam ngayon ng administrasyon sa national budget, ano yung dapat ayusin, ano yung dapat baguhin. Kaya, Madam Chair, ako po, Madam Chair, na-notice ko, di ba, sa OVP, parang nililimit natin yung discussion, sa OP, nilimit natin yung discussion. Pati ba naman DOH, Madam Chair? Sana po hindi tayo matakot sa facts at sa katotohanan, Madam Chair. At i-allow natin yung mga deliberations at ma-put on record iyon. Yun lang muna, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Manuel. Let me yield the chairmanship to Honorable Stella Kimbo.
Thank you. So, may minutes pa ba si... Okay. So, just to set the record clear, Mr. Secretary.
Yes, Madam Chair.
So, moving forward, when we make comparison of numbers, we just have to make it clear what we are comparing, whether we're comparing NEP figures versus GAA figures. All right? So, just to make, to minimize confusion. Yun lang po, Secretary, okay? Moving forward. And for the members of the House, if a point of order is to be raised, it has to be based on a violation of a rule. Yun lang po. Right? Okay. So with that,
Madam Chair,
yes.
just to clarify, with regards to the statement, last statement of Honorable Janet Garin, what is the ruling of the Chair? With regards to the striking out of all the data pertinent to the position of the Honorable Manuel, what's the ruling of the Chair? Thank you.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Yeah. Let me make. Okay.
No, I'm just asking the Chair, what is the ruling of the Chair with regards to the statement, and that is not a motion of the Honorable Garin, What I'm saying is, what is the ruling of the chair with regards to the statement that she's getting the commitment of the chair?
Okay, let me make a ruling on this first. We first have to set on record alin dito sa data ang mali. Alright, so we are referring to the data on page 12. Mr. Secretary, so let's do a rundown. All the numbers here. So can you confirm that these numbers are correct? One by one.
Yes, Madam Chair. For the DOH, for PhilHealth, the NEP for 2024 is 101.5 billion, and the NEP in 2023 was 100.2 billion. So it increased. For Heart Center, the NEP in 2024 is 1.8 billion. The NEP in 2023 was the same, 1.8 billion. For NKTI, it was 1.3 billion in 2023. For 2024, it's 1.2, so minimal decrease. For Philippine Children, it's 1.2 billion. It increased to 1.4 billion for 2024. It increased, yes. And for Lung Center of the Philippines, it was 630 million in 2023 NEP. It's now 561, which is lower. For PITAC, it increased from 156 to 174. And for NNC, it decreased from 401 to 296. And for PINAC, it's almost the same, 43, yes, increased to 46 for AIDS.
Okay, so all of these data have been confirmed by the Secretary, so there is nothing to be stricken out. Okay, so ang kailangan na lang natin ipaliwanag sa mga nakikinig natin ng mga kababayan is ang pagko-compare po natin ng numero is NEP to NEP at GAA to GAA. Sa ngayon po, ang pinag-uusapan natin ay NEP pa lang po. So, proposed numbers pa lang. Ang maaprubahan na number would be the GAA number, which will happen months from now. So, yun po ang paliwanag. So, that being clear, we can now move forward. The next to interpolate from the majority, we have the chair of our Committee on Health, the Honorable Ciriaco Gato. And I yield the chair back to the Honorable Nika.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I hope the passions have been subsided a little bit. Good noon, esteemed colleagues and the Department of Health Family, headed by our Secretary Teddy Herbosa, the FDA Director General Sam Zacate, and
excuse me,
President
can you just please
Ledesma of
observe
PhilHealth.
silence first, everyone, please? Para magkarinigan po tayo, please. Thank you.
As Chair of the Committee on Health, I wish to express my full support for the proposed budget of the Department of Health. Our experience during the COVID-19 pandemic underscores the critical importance of investing in healthcare system to ensure access to healthcare quality and affordable healthcare services. The proposed budget of the Department of Health is crucial to a nation that is recovering from global health pandemic. We have specialty centers to establish, a healthcare workforce to augment and develop, medical researches and trainings to fund, and programs of the universal healthcare to be strengthened and to be sustained. Prioritizing healthcare funding is not an option, it is an imperative. It means investing in hospitals, facilities, and healthcare personnel. It means ensuring that all communities, regardless of the socioeconomic status or geographic allocation, have equal access to quality and affordable healthcare services. As we consider the Department of Health budget, let us remember that this is an investment in the health and prosperity of our citizens. This is an investment in our common values, our shared values for equality and our shared values for equality and compassion, and this is an investment in the well-being and future of our nation. So, mga mahal kong kasama dito sa August body, sana po masuportahan natin ang proposed budget ng Department of Health. Maraming salamat po.
Okay. Any response? Secretary.
Madam Chair, I'd like to thank the Honorable Congressman Gato, who I was with during residency days at the Philippine General Hospital. He has spoken like a true physician. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have from the minority, Honorable B.H. Herrera.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat na DOH family. Mr. Secretary, I'll just go straight to my point. Kanina pinag-uusapan yung disbursement rate ng MAIP. And I saw in 2022, yung disbursement rate ng MAIP is 63.8% only. So meron pong 9.4 billion na hindi nagamit for MAIP. May I know po why this happened? Kasi syempre kami po dito sa Congress, malungkot po kami doon. Pwede namin kayong tulungan sa daming ospital pong nangangailangan. Napakadali po niyan kung kami po ang tatanungin nyo saan ibababa ang pondong ito.
Actually, Honorable Chair, Madam, Honorable Representative, yes, our utilization is actually increasing. So what's happening is the MAIP of 2022 is going up to about 94% utilization. It's that 2023 that still continues to be low. And the items we identified that causes it to be low, like there are some private hospitals that don't want to sign an MOA, especially in areas where there is no public hospital. Some of them don't want a letter of guarantee. There are also physicians who don't want to accept the letter of guarantee. So yun yung difficulties ng aming regional office. But for the patients that need them, marami talagang lumalapit at happy naman sila pag nabigyan sila ng allocation for indigency funds.
Yes, Madam Chair, through you. One of the reasons na nakikita ko why we are having difficulty signing with private hospitals kasi mahirap po yata tayo magbayad, ang bagal. Have we fixed this already? Because na-note ko that there are still 2.2 billion na utang sa mga private hospitals in terms of the allowances during the pandemic and all that. So, it's going to be difficult for us to convince private sector participation if we don't pay on time. PhilHealth has a lot of utang in all private hospitals. Kamusta na po ito?
Thank you, Madam Chair, Your Honor. Yes, actually, most of the public hospitals depend on the MAIP for their continuing operations budget. Kasi nga, medyo delayed yung sa PhilHealth. So, ang nangyayari, the MAIP has been a help also not only to the patients but also to the operations of the hospital. Kasi dun sila na-reimburse.
Mr. Secretary, isa po ako sa nag-push na magkaroon ng private sector participation for MAIP. May you please submit to the committee and to my office kung ano-ano na pong updated list ng private hospitals po natin.
Yes, Your Honor. Madam Chair will submit to your office.
And then we were discussing a while ago tungkol sa consultation fee, 50% is charged to MAIP. Now, sabi nyo kasi 50%, again, maraming doktor na ayaw magpa-MAIP kasi matagal magbayad ulit ang ating gobyerno. Yun po bang off-budget account natin, hindi po ba natin pwedeng magamit dito? Because I see yung trust receipts ninyo that are deposited with AGDB, ang kanyang nature of expenditure is professional fees or refund to doctors from patients from PhilHealth. So is this something we can use? Because I see there's still a balance of 3 billion.
Ano yun? What's that? AGDP.
Trust receipts po ito, it's coming from affiliation fees, seminar training fees, and other fees. That's a source in nature. And then it has an available balance of 3 billion ng 2022.
I think, ma'am, Your Honor, Madam Chair, I think this is income of the hospitals. So they use that for their operations, the affiliation fees. That's hospital, the DOH hospitals are allowed to retain income. So,
yes.
And then they use it also for the gaps in their operations and patients also, indigent patients that they serve.
Kasi nakalagay po dito, it can be paid for professional fees or refund to doctors.
Pwede naman, basta yung hospital meron nung funds na yan kasi that's distributed depending on which hospital
Baka pwede
has
lang
the
po
funds.
pasubmit na lang po sa opisina so we can explore
Sige
it
ma'am,
also.
we will do that, Your Honor, Madam Chair will do that.
And then, because of that, nakita ko ang laki ng dinecline ng budget for MAIP. Parang 29.5% decrease from 33 billion. Ngayon, it's just 22 billion na lang. Bakit po nagkaganon? Because of your absorptive capacity?
I think so, ma'am. As you declared in your first query, Madam Chair, it was the low utilization. So, of course, DBM will not give you the same amount if your utilization is low.
Meron na po ba tayong ginawang steps, Madam Chair, para maiwasan natin to? Kasi lahat po ng kababayan natin kailangan yung medical assistance.
Yes, we are having steps. Our head of our streamlining the guidelines, the MOA, and the quick reimbursement so that the hospitals can benefit from the MAIP program.
Sa program fund, you were given 52 billion for this. Ano po ang disbursement rate nito?
As of now, for the unprogrammed, we requested DBM last April for use in addition to the health emergency allowance. If you remember,
Utilization natin
Oo.
is 2.64. Hindi pa po natin
For the
nakukuha
unprogrammed.
yung 52 billion for the
yeah.
unprogrammed.
So the 52 billion is still in DBM, but we've made a request for it for additional for the health emergency allowance, no?
No,
Kasi
because
kulang pa ng cash.
There's 52 billion for the emergency allowance and there's another 52 billion for the age
Unprogrammed.
and social welfare program. So both haven't been released. So 110 billion,
We haven't
the whole
appealed.
110 billion from unprogrammed
Yeah,
has not
but
been
we
released.
didn't request for the whole 110. We only requested for the amount we expect to be able to disburse.
Which is how much po?
7 billion yata yung hiningi muna namin.
Okay,
Additional.
so wala tayong magagamit dito sa 110. 7 billion pa lang.
Palang, wala pa.
Okay. Sayang naman po. Dahil naka-earmark din po yun sa inyo. But anyway, dun po sa
For later
anti-retroviral,
release, di ba?
yung AIDS activity natin, parang 66 out of 95% ang na-reach natin. And I think it's because of the unfilled position also, 26 out of 32. Bakit po nagkaganon yung ating accomplishment when it comes to yung sa AIDS, considering tumataas ang incidence ng AIDS in the country?